Today I wanted to talk about the upcoming summer movies and where I rank those in terms of my excitement. Starting off, first I have Friendship. This is a comedy that has been released already. It has two actors that I enjoy quite a bit, Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd. Unfortunately, it does not come to any theater near me, so I'll probably have to wait for it to come out on digital, but I am definitely interested in watching it. The trailer I saw looked pretty funny, and not much to say on this one. It just seems like a fun bromance movie.
Classic backhand layup.
Wes Anderson's new film just released this past weekend as I'm filming this, but I haven't gone out to see it yet, so it's making the list. I've never actually seen a Wes Anderson project before. That probably puts me on Fraud Watch as a film enjoyer, but the trailer does look very interesting to me. Has a great ensemble cast. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I don't really know what to expect, which isn't a bad thing. It's just harder for me to rank. Next up, How to Train Your Dragon. This one's tough because I absolutely love the original How to Train Your Dragon, and this one, from all the trailers I've seen, looks exactly the same. And that's not what I really want from a live action remake. Like, what's the artistic value in making the exact same movie but making it realistic? I think it diminishes the value of animation, like saying, like, yeah, people like those old cartoons, but they aren't real movies, so let's make it real now. I'm glad the director of the original is doing it. I'll still probably see it with my family, but if they don't change anything in the movie, I'm not sure it'll be for me. Jurassic World Rebirth. Somehow the seventh movie in the Jurassic Park franchise, and there's only one that's better than mid. The first Jurassic Park is a certified classic, the pinnacle of the 90s blockbuster, but they haven't reached anywhere close to those heights with the next five movies. Hopefully with this movie moving in the direction towards the tension building moments like the first one will bring some new life into the franchise. With Gareth Edwards directing, gives me much more hope. I think his sense of scale is really great, like in Godzilla 2014, and even some moments in Rogue One, like with the AT-AT, even if it is just one sequence. It's got a pretty good cast, the effects look incredible, but watching the trailer just doesn't really move me. It doesn't look bad or anything, it just doesn't really give me that feeling of awe like the original, and I don't know if any Jurassic Park movie will ever capture that feeling again.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
The next piece of the Marvel franchise, and it's finally a Fantastic Four movie that has a chance at actually being good. The trailers look like there could be something there. I think the casting of the four are pretty good, and the director Matt Shakman's previous work includes some of the best episodes of one of my favorite shows, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The setting of this movie is what originally really hooked me in, with the movie being set in its own universe that's like a modern day 60s aesthetic, and that's something I mess with heavily. Galactus also looks like he could be a great villain. The Silver Surfer effect is decent, but good casting with Julia Garner. But with Marvel movies these days, I can't just blindly expect these movies to be good anymore. Thunderbolts was good, and based on trailers I've seen, the Thunderbolts had me much more excited than this movie. That movie delivered, but Fantastic Four is going to have to greatly exceed my expectations.
Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war.
28 Years Later. I really enjoyed 28 Days Later, with the writer-director team of Danny Boyle and Alex Garland returning over 20 years later to make another movie in the series. I've been pretty excited since it was announced. The trailer for 28 Years Later looks very well shot, actually being shot on an iPhone, and it has this very tense feeling throughout. The zombies from this world are probably the most terrifying of the standard forms of zombies that I've seen, and with Aaron Taylor Johnson and Ralph Fiennes leading, I think this could be really great. It'll be really interesting to see how they handle the dystopian future of this world and how society has adapted to it. We get a bit of it with Aaron Taylor Johnson's like secluded village, but the rest of the country definitely looks like they've had a bit of a rough time. There's a lot of talent behind this one, and it definitely is going to be a must-watch for me. F1 the movie has me so hyped. I love Formula One. I've been watching it for a little over a year now, so this movie is coming out at the perfect time for me. Starring Brad Pitt and Damson Idris, Directed by Top Gun Maverick's Joseph Kosinski, along with the same cinematographer of Top Gun Maverick, and scored by Hans Zimmer, the racing scenes shown in the trailer look electric. Getting a bunch of the crew from Top Gun is such a great decision. Having all these racing scenes shot with real cars going high speeds gives it such a great sense of speed and really feels like you're watching a real race happening. All the behind the scenes videos I've seen are so fascinating to me, with all the cars that they use and the cameras hooked up to the car, some even blocking some of the driver's vision. Like, they literally can see less in the car than a real Formula 1 driver is, but they're still driving it in almost the same ways. It all just looks so great to me. The story could be mid, but the racing scenes alone will have me seated day one in IMAX.
How did you cope with Kathy being gone?
I didn't.
The new horror movie Bring Her Back from Danny and Michael Filippo has just been released, and it looks very disturbing to say the least. I've stayed away from a lot of trailers for this one, only watching some of the first one that was released. It's still very high on this list because after these guys' first movie, I have such high confidence in their filmmaking that I will not miss this. Talk to Me is one of the best horror movies I've seen of this decade. Brilliantly directed, tense, and disturbing. One of the things I liked most about it was the fact that there weren't really any jump scares, just pure tension and making you uncomfortable. Like, you're really just scared the entire time without, them shouting boo at you. I've heard really good things about this since it's already released, and I cannot wait to see this one. Editor's note, I watched it. It was pretty good. I didn't like it as much as Talk to Me, but if you're into horror and if you don't mind the really disturbing bits of Talk to Me, I think there is a moment that got me even worse. So if you're okay with watching a movie with that kind of stuff in it, I would recommend it.
At 2:17 in the morning, every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, and into the dark.
Next up is another horror movie, Weapons. This one being from one of the whitest kids you know, and the director of another one of the best horror movies I've seen in a long time, Zach Cregger. The more I hear about this one, the more I get excited. How the script by Cregger was auctioned off to studios 2 years ago for $38 million, which will give him 7 times the budget of Barbarian for this movie, and Jordan Peele fired one of his managers because they lost the bidding for it. The cast looks great as well. Julia Gardner as seemingly the lead, Josh Brolin, Benedict Wong, Alden Ehrenreich. The promotional material they released before the first trailer was definitely very eerie. The trailer they just dropped got me hooked on the premise of this entire class disappearing in one night, and definitely could be an allegory for some of the more tragic things that have happened in classrooms in America. Barbarian is terrific and completely crazy and unexpected, so I'm really excited to see how this one can surprise me.
Hey buddy, eyes up here.
Finally, my most anticipated summer movie, and it's easily Superman. The first teaser trailer literally made me tear up, and that has never happened to me ever while watching a movie trailer. Like, I don't even know how that happened. It really feels like the comics brought to life, from the Fortress of Solitude to the colors, the city, the giant kaiju running around the Daily Planet crew, and they got the dog. That's all I've ever wanted from a Superman movie, is that they got the fucking dog. Superman saving people in the city and the people returning the favor and helping him up is incredible. I think this movie will be great, and if it isn't, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, because we'll probably never get a non-Batman DC movie again. I've talked more about this in another video, so I'll leave it there for Superman, but this will be another day one IMAX viewing for me. That's all I've got for the summer movies this year. There's plenty more movies this summer, but most I don't know anything about, or I just don't care. So, see ya.